forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack make it backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the Vato speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews, how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby Maine. Just caught a touchdown from the Bay.
See you laying in the bed with a Kingpin. So what I do? I hit that pussy, and then I belt, they call me skinny. These broke ass nothing hoes getting dumped. I'm playing these hoes like Tump, fuck a slap.
The whole Memphis sound, that's really where it came from my son.
A lot of the hip hop you hear today and shit like that was influenced by motherfucking old Memphis rappers and shit.
When I was hustling, I always was playing Memphis rappers. I felt like they had such an underground scene. And that's what I gravitated to, like the most gutter music is what I want to hear.
The success of other local artists exploded and made a place next to the East and West Coast rap called Down South. But one rapper says Memphis missed the opportunity to be recognized in the same light as New York or LA. He says that when rap music was not accepted here in the early 90s, most artists left town, blew up, and then returned to Memphis.
Memphis has already had that opportunity, but everything that came to Memphis was rejected, like I say, by the people that run the city. So they left Memphis and took it all the way down to Georgia. When they went to Atlanta with it, people accepted it. So everything that's going on in Georgia was supposed to be going on in Memphis, but at the time, the people who was making all those decisions really didn't care for rap.
Listening to outside of yourself.
Shit, we listening to Hot Boys.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Twister.
Yeah, Twister, that's my dog.
Ball and G.
Come on now.
Definitely Ball and G.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ball and G. Skinny Pimp used to be my favorite artist.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Skinny niggas in the house.
Yeah,
come on now.
Kingpin, Skinny. M-Town Underground. One of the niggas who helped motherfucker put the M on the map, especially in North Memphis. And them motherfucking niggas stole my motherfucking idea to my movie Hustle and Flow. I'm gonna get on his ass too. For sure. My new movie called You Gotta Live It to Know.
For a pimp. Now that might seem like an unusual choice for an Academy Award nominated song, but Chris also forgot Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. So tonight, one of these nominees joins the roll call of Best Original Song. From Crash, In the Deep, music by Kathleen Bird York and Michael Becker, lyric by Kathleen Bird York. From Hustle and Flow, It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. Music and lyric by Jordan Houston, Cedric Coleman, and Paul Beauregard. From Transamerica, Traveling Through. Music and lyric by Dolly Parton. And the Oscar goes to... It's hard out here for a pimp. Oh my God! Jordan Houston, Cedric Coleman, and Paul Beauregard. It's hard out for a pimp. Hustle and Flow.
Kia, how the hell did you inspire the Hustle and Flow movie?
Well, I think like in that scenario, early on, I remember meeting Terrence Howard, and rest in peace to the director of the movie as well. I remember meeting Terrence in 03 when that was 04 when I was in Memphis shooting that joint. A lot of the people that were in the movie was about, Skinny Pimp, Gangsta Black.
Wow.
So Skinny Black was Ludacris's character.
That's crazy.
So really it was a character that Craig Brewer made. He put Skinny Pimp, Gangsta Black's character, made it Skinny Black, and made that part to Ludacris.
Memphis, throw your thumbs up. South Memphis, let's get ready to kick it, man. I got this hot joint from my man Al Capone. Get crunk, get fucked.
And we fought relentlessly sometimes with people that said, can't you film it somewhere else? Can't you just maybe do like a week in Memphis and then shoot the rest of it in Los Angeles or in Atlanta? That's one thing that Singleton was really supportive with me on. He knew that this had to be filmed completely in Memphis.
I thought you were going to go back to Chris Bridges when you were acting.
Chris Bridges because I'm a character actor and I don't want to be Ludacris in any movie.
In this movie, you went by Ludacris or you go by?
In this movie, it's a long story, but yeah, Chris Ludacris Bridges. I do play a rapper, which I didn't want to do, but once I understood the character, and once you see, then you understand why I played it, because it is out of my own character and I'm out of my own personality, even though his occupation is that he's an entertainer.
So John dragged you into Hustle and Flow. You did not want to be Skinny Black. You turned down the role repeatedly.
I can honestly say that was a little bit of ignorance on my part because I hadn't even read the script. And as soon as he told me he wanted me to be a rapper in a movie, I was like, I'm not gonna be a rapper in a movie. I'm already a rapper. The point in acting is to be someone different than who the hell you are. So he was just like, man, just read the script. Trust me, I'm telling you, just read the script. And I was like, all right, John Singleton, if he asks you to read the script so many times, you're gonna do it. So I read the script, I understood where he was coming from, even though the character was a rapper. You know, it's different personality.
Yeah, he's so not you.
Because a lot of people don't know that you had a big influence on the movie Hustle and Flow. So when you first seen the movie, I want to know what you thought and how you felt when you first seen it on the big screen.
Well, when I seen it on the big screen, I was already preparing to be even madder than what I was when I seen it, when I found out they was doing the movie. And he was like, man, after filming the movie, he want me to come check it out. So when I went down there and checked it out, my boy Trey Matthews, he had a documentary out. So he had me filming that with him, and he was like, I just want you to say I'm the real Skinny Black. I was like, why the fuck you want me to say that shit? So I see it. I said, I'm the real Skinny Black. And he said, now come on, follow me. So when I followed him into the strip club on Brooks, John Singleton was in us. And he was like, Pimp, man, it's John Singleton. And he was like trying to tell me to keep it cool and shit. That when me and John Singleton started talking about the movie. And he was like, he was just breaking down the description of the movie. And I was like, damn, I should be in that movie. You know what I'm saying? So when I really started finding out when I did the second scene, when they had me just coming in, just doing like intern work, like, that's when I seen Terrence Howard and they was doing shit, and I was seeing people that I know like Ludacris and Poon Dad and all them coming in there doing their little part, and they were like skinny this, skinny that. Like, damn, and I started putting 1 and 2 together. I see Juicy J sitting over there with old fun ass smirk on their face. Sing Paul, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see Paul. I saw Juicy and Al Capone. So I just put 1 and 2 together, and then I was like, damn, them niggas fucking making a movie, like they making a movie about me.
Our choreographer, man, help me out. Whole Sony Records, Lisa Ellis, our moms, our whole family. Thank you, Jesus. Selecto Hits for getting us a chance. The Academy, we love the Academy. You know what I'm saying? Gil Cakes, everybody, man. We love y'all. Hell, I got plenty of time left. I don't know nobody else tonight. I want to thank everybody. Lisa Ellis, Donnie Einer. Yeah. Once again, our families. Ludacris, what's up? Going down.
In 2006, history was made on Hollywood's biggest stage. 3 6 Mafia, Memphis's most unruly underground rap crew, will walk up to the mic at the 78th Annual Academy Awards and stun the world. They wouldn't just win Best Original Song. They would make the Academy say the word pimp on live TV. It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp was raw, street, and unapologetically Southern. And for once, The sound that had been ignored, banned, and bootlegged was being celebrated on the highest levels of entertainment. But what the cameras didn't show that night was the man who may have made that moment possible. He wasn't in the crowd and he wasn't thanked in the speech. But long before 3-6 Mafia had gold plaques, Oscar dreams, or mainstream respect, he was one of the main outlets giving Memphis its sound, its attitude, and its blueprint. A voice from the corners, a name whispered in trap spots, a figure the streets remember, even though the industry might not know. He wasn't just another rapper on a cassette tape, and he wasn't some actor in a scripted fantasy. He was more the kind of figure rappers would pretend to be, but he lived it. One of the pioneers to bring Memphis underground to life with raw stories of pimping, hustling, and surviving over haunting lo-fi beats that felt like the city itself was speaking. It was the kind of music that really didn't ask for permission. It was kicking in the door. And without it, the sound that would make Memphis famous might have never left the basement. But somewhere between the cold truth of underground tapes and the bright lights of Hollywood, his name wouldn't be amplified to the level of some of the city's biggest stars. And while others collected awards, tours, and major label deals, he became a voice in the background of the very scene that he would help build. And even though he wouldn't be mentioned during their acceptance speech, if we're really being honest, 3-6 might have never taken home the Oscar that night without him.
What did Skinny Pimp mean to Memphis?
Man, how you think you influenced rapping in Memphis, man, back in the day? How you think you influenced these niggas and how rap is today in Memphis?
My style, man, it's also gangster and project ghetto ass style flowing, and a lot of niggas, I influenced them by what the shit that I went through, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas ain't gotta go through what I went through, but they know I went through it, so they know not to fall in certain traps, you know what I mean? Cause I went through a lot of shit just to even get where I'm at now. And I ain't had no job since I was 17, my nigga.
Tell nigga how long you been doing this shit, man?
Man, I don't even know how long I've been doing it. But I think about it since I started rapping in 85. I started rapping professionally in 93, and I ain't getting no money until 96. Man,
what's the first tape you brought out? What's one of the first ones you...
First tape I brought out was Skinny But Dangerous. That was like some shit man Squeaky did, but the first tape that I ever brought out with a cover on it was Pimps and Robbers, Men to 11. Then we came out with Skinny But Dangerous, which that was the same Pimps and Robbers CD. Then after Skinny But Dangerous, we came out with King of the Player Ball 96.
Right.
And on. I came out with all kinds of other shit after that.
Yeah.
But that one CD I brought out was called Back to the Player Ball. That where the nigga got my ideas from. Off Hustle and Flow, like dude trying to look like me on the takeover and shit. He got his head all down and shit. But that was like one of my albums I put out. I was doing real good. That was like one of my favorite albums. And shit, man, I'm finna bring it though this time. I got like
bring it to him, man.
60, 70 songs.
Well, far like the music, he was like,
Skinny came with that tongue twist in the music.
Yeah.
Like he had a different flow, like Squeaky said, everybody played a part. Like Skinny had the tongue twisting. I think Player Flat came with the real music.
Yeah.
You know, I think everybody just played a part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Fly's one of my favorite artists of all time as well.
Fly,
I mean,
Gangsta Black.
Come on, Black. I mean, my God. That whole underground scene that was...
Gangsta Pat,
yep. You know what I loved about Memphis, because it was underground, but it wasn't underground. because it was down here in Atlanta the whole damn time. We would listen to that shit every damn day.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Memphis rappers say is at its greatest demand now, and most of them say it is here to stay.
I mean, how did the streets pick up on that? Did they just go crazy for that shit or what?
Man, this before 3 6 Mafia even thought of a 3 6 Mafia or DJ Power. They probably like kids or something somewhere at school making music.
Memphis has always been a city where music gets born, reshaped, and sold back to the world. The blues was carried up from the Delta and polished on Beale Street. Rock and roll was stitched together at Sun Records and turned into a global phenomenon by Elvis Presley. But when it comes to hip-hop, the history books don't really tell the whole story. During the mid-1980s and early 1990s, a different sound would begin to take shape. Dark-sounding beats, airy piano loops, and lyrics that sounded too real to be fantasy and more like lived reality. And one of the pioneers of this sound, hailing from possibly Memphis's most notorious housing projects, Dixie Homes, was Kingpin Skinny Pimp. His voice would carry the truths of pimping, hustling, and raw ambition. And with his 1996 classic album, King of the Players Ball, produced by Juicy J and DJ Paul of 3 6 Mafia, Skinny Pimp left behind one of Memphis's most important underground classics. And through his Give Me Some Productions label, he would even help push forward future stars like a young Little Yo, who the world knows now as Yo Gotti. But Skinny Pimp wasn't a background player. He was one of the main outlets that gave Memphis rap its identity. But the reality of his career is complicated. It's widely known that he was the prototype for Ludacris's Skinny Black character in the 2005 film Hustle and Flow, the very movie that would set the stage for 3 6 Mafia winning an Academy Award for Hard Out Here for a Pimp. And whether or not Hollywood admits it, it wouldn't take seeing the movie more than one time to know that the connection was more than a coincidence. And while Skinny would face setbacks like his fallout with Squeaky and maybe not knowing the ins and outs of the music business, in Memphis, he would become iconic with stories of him experimenting with alter egos with the female MC Lady B. What I just spoke on, him knowing the business, and an alleged infamous deal where he would sign away the rights to that classic 1996 release King of the Players Ball for about $10,000. But even through any missteps he might have had throughout his career, his impact on the sound of Memphis could never be faded. Songs like Looking for the Chewin', One Life to Live featuring DJ Paul and Juicy J, Y'all Ain't No Killers featuring Gangsta Black and Lord Infamous, and even Goddamn Police, that back in that time was a lot more controversial than it is now, challenging authority head on. And it would be his uncompromising style that would set the stage for Memphis rap as we know it today. So when 3 6 Mafia lifted that Oscar, they carried themes Skinny Pimp had been spitting for about a decade. And today, when Moneybagg Yo racks up Billboard plaques, or when Pooh Shiesty takes the style of Memphis to the mainstream, it all traces back to a blueprint that Kingpin Skinny Pimp and guys like him would lay before them. Memphis would give the world the blues, and they would give the world rock and roll, and Kingpin Skinny Pimp would help lay the foundations for what Memphis hip-hop is today.
When you were dropping them songs down there? Shit. Man, I'm like, I don't even want to tell you how old I am. I ain't that old, but to think back, I think I was like 17, 16, something like that. I was a young nigga. I probably was younger than that. My hardest song back when I was a young nigga was It's the Skinny Pimp.
What's up with that jump, man? You had, man, that really, man, I think Blue calling them on the map, man.
Gotta get some fucking names.
Yeah, gotta get some millions, man.
Yeah,
that's not that, man, was the banker, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's the jump that's the jump nigga with whining, man. That's the jump nigga with bumping, man, back. That's what I grew up on.
That shit, that was so hard back then. I used to always tell Paul, man, I was like, man, your ass harder than Dr. Dre, dog. I said, back when he was young nigga, I was like, man, you just gotta get out there. We just gotta get out there. And we used to always tell each other, whoever make it first, we gonna hit the other one now. Whoever make it first. You know what I mean? But man, that shit was all good all day. But shit, man, everybody was loving that old shit. That shit still selling right today, man.
Man, that shit there, man. I'm telling you, man, that shit, all that shit there, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That players ball, that motherfucker there, man. I don't know why that ain't platinum, man.
Shit, might
be. That first, all of them, but that first one, man, too, man.
Might be platinum for them suckers.
Yeah.
Anyway, I started out, man, listening to 8 Ball. I was listening to 8 Ball, MJG, and all them niggas. And 8 Ball made my first beat. You know what I mean? And everybody know how 3 6 blew up, man. When 3 6 blew up off when we did that song, when we got to a Squeaky and we did that DJ Squeaky song, that what kind of got DJ Paul out there. You know what I mean? Because nobody wasn't really bumping dude shit. And then everybody used to bump that nigga shit just to hear what the fuck I had to say about Squeaky. Because we was into it before Pac and Biggie. But all that shit gonna be in my movie, man. I can't just say it all. But
what's the name of the movie?
You Gotta Live It to Know. The Real Hustle and Flow.
What they done talking about?
The life story from my point of view of the rap guy. I think every Memphis rapper that's a pioneer can say their own point. They can do a movie about their own point of view of the Memphis underground. You know what I mean? Cause I remember we were getting tapes and shit, like we were paying for tapes for 10 cents a tape. And going and selling them for $3, man, we were killing back then. You know what I mean? But we wasn't just, nobody really know the business like that. But 3 6, they learned, everybody learned the business, but they learned it at their own time, you know what I mean?